Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Shalini Diwan Talk Show with Health Ki Baat. The discussion for today is pollution and health problems. So, actually pollution is something that is a big concern for all of us. Over the time, we've seen the air quality decrease because there is a lot of pollution due to vehicles, due to plastic pollution, there is radioactive pollution, light pollution. So there are so many forms of pollution that we need to tackle. And we have been talking a lot about it, but actually, how much are we actually working on it? And there are so many things which actually, because of this pollution, we have a lot of health problems, chest problems. It affects human race in a very adverse way. So to take it forward, today we have two doctors with us. So let me introduce you to them. We have Dr. Sumit Mittal, who is a chest specialist at RLKC Metro Hospital. And we have Dr. Bhanu Mishra, who is a nephrologist at BLK Max Hospital. So welcome Dr. Sumit to the show, and Dr. Bhanu, we welcome you to the show. So it's a pleasure having both of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for joining. So we begin with Dr. Sumit. Dr. Sumit, आप ये बताइए कि due to pollution, मतलब we are all talking about pollution. तो एक what do you feel कि pollution किस level तक is going in a it's deteriorating. So what are the things that we need to take care of in a very general way, and then we go to the health hazards that we are facing.
देखिए शालिनी जी, पोल्यूशन तो आपको पता ही है कि जैसे कोई भी एयर के अंदर कोई भी नॉक्शियस गैस है, कोई भी स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स है जो कि हमारे नोज के रास्ते या मुंह के रास्ते फेफड़े तक जा सकता है, बेसिकली हमारे किसी स्किन को किसी भी प्रकार से नुकसान पहुंचा सकता है, वो सारा पोल्यूशन है। अब इसमें बात ये है कि नुकसान देखिए, इसको मैं कहूँगा एक स्लो पॉइजन। जैसे हम धीरे जैसे ये हमारे जो शरीर को कमजोर बनाता है। बेसिकली जो भी हमारी जैसे लंग्स हैं या कोई भी पार्ट लगा लो बॉडी का, पोल्यूशन का इफेक्ट सारे हमारे बॉडी पे पड़ता है, क्योंकि ये कहीं ना कहीं हमारे जो क्वालिटी है, जो हमारी इम्यूनिटी है, उसको भी बिल्कुल डिक्रीज करता है। तो हम आए दिन इन्फेक्शन से, कैंसर जैसी बीमारियों से और फर्दर जैसे जो लंग्स की बीमारी हैं, जैसे हमारी अस्थमा, सीओपीडी, दमा, सारी बीमारियों की जड़ ये कहीं ना कहीं पोल्यूशन बन जाता है। तो जैसे हम कहते हैं कि बंदा स्मोक करता है, स्मोक करते हुए अंदर पोल्यूशन लेके जाता है, दैट इज वी कॉल्ड एक्टिव स्मोकिंग, कि खुद से वो बंदा कर रहा है। तो पोल्यूशन इज लाइक स्मोकिंग बट दैट इज पैसिव। हम नहीं चाहते कि हम उस धुएं को अंदर लेके जाए, लेकिन फिर भी हम मजबूरी में हमें वो चीज अंदर लेके जानी है। तो इसमें मतलब कोई भी चीज, जैसे आपने अभी सारी चीजों के नाम लिए, किसी भी चीज से कोई भी टॉक्सिक मटेरियल निकल रहा है जो कि एयर के थ्रू हमारे अंदर जा रहा है, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड पोल्यूशन। ये डिफरेंट फॉर्म होता है। जैसे वाटर पोल्यूशन भी होता है। कौन गंदा पानी पीना चाहता है? कोई नहीं पीना चाहता, क्योंकि उसका हमारे पास एक इजी सोल्यूशन है, इसलिए हम उसको प्यूरिफाई करके पी लेते हैं। एयर को प्यूरिफाई करना इतना पॉसिबल नहीं है, नहीं तो हो सकता है कि हम एक ऐसा प्यूरिफायर लगा ले जो हमें केवल फ्रेश एयर देता है। तो बेसिकली मतलब यही है कि जो भी चीजें हमें कहीं ना कहीं उसको तो प्यूरिफाई करना पड़ेगा। वैसे ही जैसे हम गंदा पानी पीते रहेंगे तो लाखों बीमारियां हमें पानी पीने से हो जाएगी। उसी तरह से अगर हम एक गंदी एयर में सांस लेंगे तो डेफिनेटली वो हमारे लिए बहुत ज्यादा नुकसानदायक है।
Absolutely. Also, and the amount of allergies also जो हमारे को आजकल हो रही है, we see a lot of skin allergies. So, do you think pollution also increases the effect of allergies on our body?
बिल्कुल, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि कोई भी जैसे टॉक्सिक एयर अगर हमारी स्किन को टच करती है तो लॉन्ग टर्म में ये एलर्जी में डेवलप हो सकते हैं, स्किन कैंसर में डेवलप हो सकते हैं। जैसे जो छोटे छोटे पार्टिकल्स हमारे लंग्स में जाते हैं, जैसे दमे की बीमारी होती है, सीओपीडी की बीमारी होती है, लॉन्ग रन में वो सीओपीडी की बीमारी हो सकती है। देखिए, इसका इफेक्ट हमें एक दिन में या 2 दिन में नहीं पता चलता कभी भी पोल्यूशन का। पोल्यूशन एक जब लंबे दौर तक हम पोल्यूशन के अंदर रहते हैं तो डेफिनेटली ये हमारी मोर्बिडिटी, मोर्टेलिटी सबको इंक्रीज करेगा। आप ये देखिए अगर पोल्यूशन ऐसे ही रहा अगले 15 साल और 20 साल तक इसी तरह से पोल्यूशन रहा, तो आप देखेंगे कि दिल्ली के अंदर अस्थमा, सीओपीडी, एलर्जी, कैंसर की बीमारियां इतनी बढ़ जाएंगी और फिर हम सोचेंगे किस वजह से हुई है। तो ये सारा कुछ है पोल्यूशन ही।
And I think so many people are talking about pollution, but yes, I think because after COVID, after the pandemic, we saw कि क्योंकि बहुत छोटे से टाइम के लिए we could see the blue skies, we could see clean air, comparatively, because again क्योंकि vehicles were off the road, लोग घरों में थे, so when we can see that, so we have to take control of our vehicles that we are using, so more of public transport use करना. So there are a lot of people who are working on these things, planting more trees and everything. So these are the things that are actually going to take control over pollution, and we all actually need to work towards it. So Dr. Bhanu, we would also like you to put in a word about, what do you think it affects the body, in what way?
Pollution affects the whole body. There is no organ which is not affected by pollution. And like Dr. Sumit said, pollution can be in many ways: water, air, and many other manners. As far as kidneys are concerned, pollution affects through water and air as well. In the sense, like in water, if we get heavy metals, so these, if we are, there are places in which the groundwater has a lot of heavy metals. So if we keep drinking those water, we'll have heavy metals in our body which will get deposited in kidney and causes problems. Similarly, there are a lot of types of nephropathies, the kidney problems, which are caused by pollution. For example, there are in South India, in Goa, where I have done my studies, as well as in South India, Tondai Mandalam, there is a place. Then there are many other places in which there are a lot of, the whole village is suffering from kidney diseases. And when the epidemiologists and the other scientists went in there, they saw that the water of that area is containing heavy metals. The local wells that people are using to drink water are containing heavy metals. So the pollution affects all organs, especially kidney is no different from that. So that is one aspect. Second is, apart from pollution, the infection that comes through the kidneys, through the water, affects our kidneys. A lot of infections do affect kidneys and lung together. They are called as pulmonary renal syndromes. So they are immunogenic or non-immunogenic. The topic for today is non-immunogenic infective. So they affect lungs and kidneys both. Like we get pneumonia that affects lungs as well as kidneys. So if a COPD patient comes in, he or she has a lung problem. That same patient, because of hypoxia and because of right-sided heart failure, can get affected from kidneys as well. So these organs are very much connected, and pollution does affect kidney and lungs both.
Right. So I think pollution is taking a toll on the whole body. It's taking a toll on the human race. But Dr. Sumit, हम आपसे ये पता करना चाहते हैं कि Omicron is one variant, which is the latest variant we are hearing about. So is Omicron, does pollution and Omicron are interrelated or interconnected in some way? और इसकी क्या symptoms है? And how is it कि हम इसके symptoms के लिए, what are the effects of it on our body, और उसको हम कैसे combat कर सकते हैं? How can we actually, work on that?
देखिए, आपने बिल्कुल सही क्वेश्चन पूछा। आज जिस तरह का माहौल चल रहा है, क्योंकि पोल्यूशन बहुत ज़्यादा है। देखिए, मैं ये तो नहीं कहूँगा कि ओमिक्रॉन और पोल्यूशन बिल्कुल इंटर रिलेटेड हैं, बट दे आर एडिटिव, क्योंकि पोल्यूशन कहीं ना कहीं हमारे जो लंग्स को इफेक्ट करता है, ओमिक्रॉन भी कहीं ना कहीं हमारे शरीर की इम्यूनिटी पे एक्ट करता है। तो ये जो वायरसेस होती हैं, ये भी एयर के थ्रू हमारे अंदर जाते हैं। तो बेसिकली क्या है कि कहीं ना कहीं हम उसको एक और ज़्यादा स्कोप दे रहे हैं जाने के लिए और ज़्यादा इफेक्ट डालने के लिए। लकली अभी तक जो हमारे पास स्टडीज आई हैं, उसमें ओमिक्रॉन की जो मैं कहूँ मॉर्बिडिटी और मोर्टेलिटी वो थोड़ा सा और वायरस के मुकाबले कम है, लेकिन इससे बिल्कुल भी हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि ओमिक्रॉन बिल्कुल सेफ है अभी, क्योंकि इट इज टू अर्ली टू से। लेकिन ओमिक्रॉन भी एक वायरल इन्फेक्शन है। इसके अंदर भी वही सिम्टम जैसे हेडेक होना, फटीग होना, और बेसिकली कोल्ड होना, फीवर, बेसिकली इन सम केसेस ब्रीदिंग डिफिकल्टी भी इज देयर, एंड निमोनिया हो सकता है इसमें, और डायरिया, पेन एब्डोमेन, ऑल सिम्टम्स कैन बी देयर इन ओमिक्रॉन। luckily we have hypoxia and the thing is ऑक्सीजन की कमी होना, ये थोड़ा सा ओमिक्रॉन में अभी कम देखने में आया है. So I think we should wait for further 7 days to clear how much deadly this virus.
Okay. Yeah, because uska that is what is going around. Is it worse than the Delta variant that we had before, or is it I mean, we are all not clear about Omicron at the moment. But again, as we yes,
डेफिनेटली. देखिए, इसमें ओमिक्रॉन में अभी एक चीज क्लियर है कि इन्फेक्टिविटी रेट बहुत ज्यादा है इसकी. मतलब अगर ये एकदम से स्प्रेड करेगा तो बहुत मल्टीप्लिकेशंस में स्प्रेड करेगा. देखिए कि अगर हमें इसको रोकना है तो डेफिनेटली वी शुड रिड्यूस पोल्यूशन, वी शुड फॉलो द कोविड बिहेवियर. हमें मास्क का बहुत प्रॉपर यूज करना पड़ेगा, बिल्कुल प्रॉपर मास्क हमें लगाना पड़ेगा रेगुलरली. सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का बहुत ये लगा लीजिए कि बिल्कुल फॉलो करना पड़ेगा उसको स्ट्रिक्टली. तो जब तक हम कोविड बिहेवियर हमारी लाइफ में नहीं लाएंगे तो इस तरह के वायरस कहीं ना कहीं कभी ना कभी आते ही रहेंगे हमारे पास. तो बेसिकली हमें उसको डेफिनेटली एक बिहेवियर के रूप में उसको एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा. और पोल्यूशन में इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि पोल्यूशन क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं ये इससे रिलेटेड है कि ये भी देखा गया है कि समटाइम्स जब हमारी एयर क्वालिटी काफी पुअर होती है तो इन एयर क्वालिटी पुअर में वायरस ज्यादा स्प्रेड करता है.
Yes. Very true. So as we say, as Dr. Sumit said, we have to be very careful. As we were in the previous, when pandemic had just said, please wear your mask, wash your hands, keep social distancing, and try to intake of healthy things and try to create an immune system which is stronger. So before we go further, let's welcome Ms. Shampa Moitra. She is the founder of Panache Kala, a very beautiful platform helping out weavers of India. So welcome Shampa to the show.
Thank you, Shalini, and a very good evening to all of you all, Dr. Bhanu, Dr. Sumit, and you, Shalini. I was, listening to what Dr. Sumit was saying, and very informative, I must say, around Omicron, and definitely, very rightly, he has put it across that it is a very new, trait. So it's too early, I believe, to understand, but I'm sure their guidance will take us at a safer place, at a safer state. So lovely initiative, Shalini, I must say. So I'll be part of this, and I'll, put across my queries and understand stuff as and when you take the floor. Right.
So Dr. Bhanu, now we go over to you. We've been discussing about kidney diseases in our previous episodes also. So now we have again come to a very important topic, and that's pollution. The more we talk about it, the less it is. So kidney, as आपने बताया कि water pollution and it. So how do you think when these things hit? So what are the what steps we should take to prevent our kidneys from deteriorating, our lungs from deteriorating? So what are the things that we can take up, because what is around is there, so we have to find a way around this thing. So how will you suggest what are the steps we should be taking in our day-to-day life?
For pollution and kidney diseases, when we talk about it has to be a all-round care, in the sense you have to build up your immunity, fight yourself from the infection that is outside. Plus, at the same time, the hot topic for today, the new variant of SARS-CoV-2, the Omicron. We have to cover in all three directions. First, talking about keeping your other comorbidities in your body, like diabetes, blood pressure, and other obesity, needs to be in control. So the first thing that you can do to save your kidney is to control your sugar. Second thing you can do is to keep your blood pressure under tap. Third thing is to have a healthy diet, as we are speaking in the last episode as well. These three things will take you an extra mile in preventing yourself from not just kidney and other organ diseases as well. Second thing that you need to do is to, like Dr. Sumit said, COVID appropriate behavior is necessary. It has become a part of our life. It is a new normal. The more we accept it, the better it is. It is very difficult in such a big country with so many different mindsets going around to keep your mask on. But it is better that we do it. And we have learned our lessons from our previous two COVID waves. We have learned our lesson from our Western countries. mask is necessary. So it is better you start using it. It will help you from air pollution as well, like we are facing in Delhi NCR. Plus, it will protect you from Omicron as well. So it is very, very important. Second thing, coming to COVID virus, especially the Omicron variant, like we are saying already, we don't have enough data on it. But speaking from previous experiences, kidney diseases are very common in COVID patients, especially in serious COVID patients. The data suggests around 30-40% of them have kidney problems, especially people who have reached ICU. So this is a very dangerous situation. Omicron, like Dr. Sumit said, is very infective. So the multiplication rate, the spread is very fast. The only silver lining is that the death toll or the seriousness of the illness that people are getting from Omicron is little less. So that is the only thing as of the current data is suggesting. But that should not keep us, let us, keep the guard down. Keep your guard up. The data is not enough yet. Second thing, I would like to tell people, COVID is not gone yet. Omicron is still, coming in. Vaccines are really, really important. Even though a lot of media channels and even the literature sometimes are suggesting that it might not be very helpful, but that is the best bet we have. So I would request everyone to please take both the jabs of whichever vaccine available next to you and finish your vaccination. That's really, really important. So that is how you will be able to save your kidneys from comorbidities, from Omicron and the other pollution.
So before we go further, we would like our viewers, listeners to connect us on the given number. They can just give us a call, and if there's any query, they can put it down to the doctors, and they are here to answer your questions. So before we go further, now we're talking about the booster dose. Now, what do you say? The vaccines, as you say, might or might not be effective. What about the booster dose? A lot of people are saying now the booster dose is important to take. So what do you have to say about that?
देखिए, इसमें ऐसा है, बूस्टर डोज का डेफिनेटली एक गुड कंसेप्ट है, क्योंकि जो अदर वैक्सीन भी हम देते हैं उसमें भी बूस्टर डोज होती है. अभी जो लेटेस्ट हमारे पास इन विट्रो स्टडीज हैं उसमें ये देखा गया है कि अगर हम बूस्टर डोज लेते हैं तो मे बी इट इज इफेक्टिव अगेंस्ट ओमिक्रॉन ऑल्सो, and it will be of beneficial effects. So I'm saying कि in meantime or in recent आने वाले टाइम में we will get some booster dose of Covishield and Covaxin under government program.
Okay, that's very right. So Dr. Bhanu, what will you like to add to this?
Definitely, booster dose is effective. It has already started in the Western countries. In India, currently we are really raising it up. Our number of vaccinations are going up, but we are still yet to fully vaccinate. By that fully vaccinate, I mean both the jabs of the vaccine is yet remaining in a lot of patients, especially with the myth around that if I'm suffering from a kidney problem, if I'm suffering from a lung problem, I should not take the vaccine. I would definitely not blanket tell you that you should take vaccine, but please consult your physician. To the best of my knowledge, you should definitely take both the vaccines unless and until you are having some immunosuppression, some medicines which are going to decrease your immunity for a short while. You're on that, especially when we do our transplants and some other nephrological diseases, we use immunosuppressive drugs. At that short span of time, we advise our patients not to take vaccines, but otherwise most of the patients should take vaccine because it takes time for your antibodies to come in. The second jab has to come in, and then we talk about booster. So booster is definitely a good concept, like Dr. Sumit said, but we should finish both the vaccines first with the government authorized programs, and then we should talk about booster. And I'm sure it will come in our national program, but it's still not there. So I'm not sure whether it is available for any one right now to take a booster dose in India.
Okay. So as we say is that we should consult our physician first to know, what is our condition of our body and how, how much we can go ahead and take our vaccines. So please consult your physicians, because that is the way that, a perfect way to tell you how good your immunity is or how good your body is doing. So Ishapa, would you like to ask any questions with the doctors?
Yes, actually. So, like Dr. Bhanu was discussing about comorbidity. So this question crossed my mind. I would like to ask this to Dr. Sumit and Dr. Bhanu, both of them, actually. People with comorbidity, are they at a higher risk for Omicron variant, or it is the same? So asking also, and another question I'll add on to that. To give you a background, my entire family, we were down with COVID. We had COVID during the second wave. Is there chances, or what are the possibilities that we might catch this new variant, and especially if there is anyone who is with comorbidity?
Okay, his connection I think looks a little poor. Okay, he's back. Can you let me take that question?
Okay.
So if you have already suffered from COVID, and on the other side, if you have taken both the vaccines, you're still vulnerable for infection from Omicron. Now you have to understand there's a difference between infection and disease, and infection and severe disease. So you might still get the virus because it is so infective. You might still get the virus in your airway tract. It will be, and when you test it with our standard testing, you might still get it. But if you are fully vaccinated, the chances of you getting into a disease are less. Even if you get it, it will be mild. Going into a severe disease with current data that we have of Omicron is very, very less, as far as I am concerned. Dr. Sumit can take over from here, but this is what my thoughts are.
देखिए, मैं इसको थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई करना चाहता हूँ आपके लिए. Now we have more groups, like we have pediatric groups, adolescent groups, and old age. We have persons with comorbidity. Now we have groups which people are vaccinated, which are not vaccinated, which are partial vaccinated, which are fully vaccinated, and people who had experienced COVID before. We have multiple groups, and the new variant affects which group more and how. So definitely common sense, जिनमें comorbidity है, definitely they suffer.
Just one second, I think we have a caller. Let's take the question. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
हेलो.
Hi. Yeah.
एक क्वेश्चन था मेरा.
हाँ जी.
जो पोल्यूशन में ना मेरा जो चेस्ट है ना, मतलब सांस लेने के लिए थोड़ा सा दिक्कत होता है. बस उसका डेली लाइफ में सोल्यूशन क्या है उसका?
The caller wants to know कि with the pollution going around, he feels very, his congestion in his chest. तो वो ये पूछना चाहते हैं कि डे टू डे लाइफ में जबकि उनको he has no major problem, तो what are the steps he should take जिससे उनका he feels better with his breathing and his respiration.
देखिए, डेफिनेटली जब पोल्यूशन हमारे अंदर जाता है तो किसी में बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत होती है, ब्रीथिंग डिफिकल्टीज. तो क्योंकि ये एक विंटर सीजन है और चेंजिंग सीजन का है, बेसिकली इट इज गोइंग की चेंजिंग सीजन. इस टाइम पे सम पर्संस को कुछ ज्यादा फील होती है ब्रीथिंग डिफिकल्टी. तो इसमें 3-4 पॉइंट इनके लिए हो सकते हैं. पहली बात तो ये जितना हो सके पोल्यूशन से बचें, जितना हो सके. मतलब घर में देखो, बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा तो आपको या तो मास्क यूज करिए या ऐसी जगह को बिल्कुल अवॉइड करिए जहाँ पे पोल्यूशन हो, और ठंडे गर्म से बचें. दूसरा जो ये कर सकते हैं उसमें यह कि खूब पानी पिए ताकि जो हमारा इफेक्ट इम्यूनिटी को स्ट्रॉन्ग रखें. तीसरा जो जैसे इन्होंने बताया कि कंजेशन होती है, ब्रीदिंग डिफिकल्टी होती है, इसके लिए मे बी ही इज एलर्जिक, कि जिससे कि कुछ ऐसी गैसेस हमारे कांटेक्ट में इनके आती हैं जिससे वे एलर्जिक हो सकते हैं. पोलन ग्रेन से एलर्जिक हो सकते हैं या एनवायरनमेंट से एलर्जिक हो सकते हैं, कि जो सीजनल वेरिएशंस होती हैं. इनको अपना एक चेकअप कराना चाहिए कि वेदर ही इज एलर्जिक और नॉट, और उसके अकॉर्डिंगली एंटी एलर्जिक्स इनको लेनी चाहिए अपनी. दूसरा जो आप कर सकते हैं, अपनी ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस को बढ़ाइए. जैसे जो नेचर जो हम करते हैं, अनुलोम विलोम करते हैं, कपाल भारती करते हैं, ये लॉट ऑफ ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस हैं जो ये रेगुलर बेसिस पे कर सकते हैं, जो इनको काफी अच्छी रहेंगी. स्टीम इनहेलेशन इज ए गुड ऑप्शन. ये रेगुलरली जैसे स्टीम ले सकते हैं थोड़ा उसमें, क्योंकि बेसिकली दैट हैज नेचुरल गुड इफेक्ट्स टू कॉम्बैट पोल्यूशन ऑल्सो. तो ये तो जनरल मेथड्स हैं जिनसे ये कर सकते हैं। फिर भी अगर इनको ब्रीदिंग डिफिकल्टी हो रही है तो ये अपने नियरेस्ट किसी भी फिजिशियन से या चेस्ट फिजिशियन से मिल सकते हैं और एक बार चेकअप करा सकते हैं कि वेदर कोई इनको फर्दर कोई ब्रोंकाइटिस टाइप से या कोई अदर प्रॉब्लम्स तो नहीं है जिनसे इनको सांस में दिक्कत हो रही है।
Definitely. Thank you so much. Yes. Coming back to Shampa's question, you were answering her question.
हाँ, इसमें मैंने आपको ये बताया कि देखिए डेफिनेटली जो हमारे एडोलेसेंट हैं जिनकी इम्यूनिटी अच्छी है, जो वैक्सीनेटेड है और जिनको कोविड हो चुका है, दे आर द सेफेस्ट पर्सन, आई थिंक सो। बाकी तो देखिए वेरिएंट्स डिफरेंट होते हैं, कई वेरिएंट्स किस पे कितना इफेक्ट डालेंगे तो टाइम और स्टडी बताएगी और टाइम के साथ हमें पता चलेगा। हाँ, जो हमारे ओल्ड एज हैं, जिनको कोमोर्बिडिटी है, जिन्होंने वैक्सीनेशन नहीं लिया है, जिनको पहले कोविड नहीं हुआ है, दे आर एट मोस्ट वर्स्ट। तो इससे आप समझ गए होंगे कि क्या मैं कहना चाह रहा हूँ। बेसिकली कॉमन सेंस यही है कि जिसकी इम्यूनिटी सबसे ज्यादा कम है वो सबसे ज्यादा एट रिस्क पे है। इम्यूनिटी किससे बनती है? वैक्सीन से बनती है, पहले इन्फेक्शन से बनती है, कोमोर्बिडिटी ना हो हमारे अंदर और हम अच्छा खाना खा रहे हो, तो दीज क्रिएट्स इम्यूनिटी।
Okay. Definitely.
Thank you, Dr. Sumit. Thank you, Dr. Bhanu. Definitely, it was informative. Yes, we are vaccinated fully, so that's one assurance, definitely. But,
and I think we all need to, there is, as we say, the mindsets are going different. People are saying half of them don't want to be taking the vaccines, but yes, as Dr. Smith and Dr. Bhanu said, it's very nice to be vaccinated because it gives you protection against lots of problems that can hit your body and your health. So I know when we were talking about different groups of people, so normally जो senior citizens होते हैं उनके लिए वैसे भी change of weather है, that creates lot of allergy, asthma होता है, उनको asthma की problem होती है, nebulizers लेते हैं. So do you think they can do anything more apart from this? Because कई बारी I have seen that they have a very they have a very sore throat. कई बारी बहुत ज़्यादा coughing होती है. They don't know the reason. In spite of taking a steam and nebulizers and all, बहुत ज़्यादा irritation होता है throat में. रात को when they, normally at night when they, especially it happens because why I'm talking about this because normally my dad goes through this problem. When he tries to sleep at night, at times there's a lot of irritation in the throat. In spite of his taking his steam and nebulizers and everything. So what is the thing that can be apart from taking all these precautions? कौन सी एक चीज है जो all these senior citizens should be taking care of?
देखिए आपने बताया सबसे पहले बहुत अच्छी बात कही कि सबको अपनी जो भी ये एस्थमेटिक पेशेंट्स हैं, एलर्जिक पेशेंट्स हैं, इनको अपनी मेडिसिन कभी नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए। इस सीजन में उनको अपनी मेडिसिन बिल्कुल रेगुलर लेनी चाहिए। जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि अपनी इम्यूनिटी को स्ट्रॉन्ग रखना ही सबसे बेटर रहेगा क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ जो हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं वो वायरल इन्फेक्शंस और निमोनिया की वजह से होती हैं ऐसे सीजन्स में। हाँ, एलर्जिक कैन ऑल्सो, देखिए कुछ जैसे जो ओल्ड एज पर्सन्स हैं उनको धीरे धीरे अपनी एलर्जीज का पता चल जाता है कि मैं यहाँ पे जाऊँगा तो मेरे को ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होएगी, मैं अगर ये खाऊंगा तो मेरे को ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होएगी, या मैं इस तरह के एनवायरनमेंट में रहूँगा तो मेरे को ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होएगी। तो उनको करना क्या है कि उस तरह के एनवायरनमेंट से बचना है। पहली बात इम्यूनिटी को स्ट्रॉन्ग रखना है, दूसरी बात अपनी मेडिसिन को बिल्कुल रेगुलर वे से लेना है। जो एक मैं बात कहना चाहता हूँ, अगर मान लिया कोई ओल्ड एज है जिनको घर में ही रहना है, जो कि बेसिकली मतलब बहुत ज्यादा ट्रेवल नहीं करते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा रूटीन वर्क्स के लिए बाहर नहीं जाना पड़ता, उनको मोस्टली घर में ही रहते हैं और अपने रूटीन वर्क्स करते हैं, तो उनके लिए थोड़ा सा एक एडिशनल मैं रखना चाहूंगा। ऑल्दो स्टडीज मेरे पास नहीं है उसके लिए, लेकिन एक कॉमन ओपिनियन मेरी है इसमें कि दे कैन यूज एयर प्यूरिफायर एट होम। उससे क्या होगा कि एक लोकल एनवायरनमेंट में हम एयर को थोड़ा बेटर कर पाएंगे और मे बी इट विल बी हेल्पफुल टू देम।
Okay, perfect. So Dr. Bhanu, हम इतना we are talking about immunity, we are talking about food, तो we would like you to quickly brush up कि कौन से food है which is very with this weather, because summers में we have different food fruits and vegetables available, in winters we have different, so आप कौन सी चीजें हैं जो आप recommend करते हैं should be taken by each and every person to keep their immunity level high?
Like we have discussed in our previous shows as well, a balanced diet is always helpful, and a seasonal fruit are going to give you
what a balanced diet looks like. a quick.
It looks like 4S, like we spoke last time. Avoid salt in that, avoid sugar in that, put a lot of salads in that, and 4 to 5 different colors should be there in your diet. So the salads, green leafy vegetables are going to give you that, and a little bit of combination of rice and chapati that we normally eat, and protein content of the diet has to be good. And a lot of Indian diet, especially vegetarian, protein content is very, very low. So you need to make sure that you have good protein content. If you're vegetarian, pulses are going to be playing a good role. Plus, iron content of our diet is very low. So that keeps you keep your immunity on top. So if you're taking non-vegetarian diet, you can have good iron content in them. In vegetarian diet, dates, green leafy vegetables, papaya can all help you to develop your immunity. But at the same time, you have to understand in winters, a lot of people are not exercising much because of the weather that is around. And, they go overboard in taking fruits and vegetables and, dry fruits. All of these contents have calories and stuff. So you tend to gain weight, and that has counter effect on immunity. So you need to keep a balance in what you take and how much you burn in a day. Exercise in all weathers, including winter, is helpful. So 45 minutes of moderate to exercise at least 5 to 6 times a week is definitely helpful to keep your kidneys as well as lungs healthy. And like Dr. Sumit said, breathing exercises, natural breathing exercises are very, very helpful.
So perfect it is. So base of everything comes as a balanced diet, exercises, and a healthy lifestyle. That is, is the take for the day for any diseases, to avoid any diseases, to keep up your immunity level high. So before we wind up, let's just talk about a general pollution, कि हम pollution को किस तरीके से रोक सकते हैं. So let's just give our opinions on it, on what steps should we take to avoid this, combat this pollution. Planting more trees, as we talk about, कि बहुत पेड़ लगाइए आप, keep your. So आप लोग क्या, what will you suggest? A quick take to it.
One thing that I can suggest is to use public vehicles if possible. Okay. And at least like our government is also suggesting, maybe in a day, not every day might not be possible, but at least once in a week or maybe twice in a week, if you can use public vehicles, that might help us reduce pollution. Absolutely. In my opinion.
Dr. Sumit?
देखिए, पोल्यूशन को रोकना हम सबकी जिम्मेवारी है बेसिकली. तो कहीं भी अगर हमें लग रहा है कि हम एयर को पोल्यूट कर रहे हैं किसी भी चीज से, वेदर इट इज मतलब किसी भी तरह की टॉक्सिक गैस अगर एयर में जा रही है और उसको हम कम कर सकते हैं तो हमें करना चाहिए. एक सजेशन मेरा रहेगा, हालांकि मेरे को पता नहीं मैं सही प्लेटफॉर्म है उसको डिस्कस करने का या नहीं. मैंने देखा दिल्ली में जब भी हम जाते हैं तो लंबी लंबी रेड लाइट्स होती हैं. तो जब लंबी लंबी रेड लाइट्स होती हैं तो मेरा मानना है कि अगर हम उन रेड लाइट्स को वेरिएबल कर दें, वेरिएबल मीन्स मेरा कहने का मतलब ये कि समटाइम्स उस रोड पे वो पोल्यूशन ट्रैफिक होता है, समटाइम्स नहीं होता है. बेसिकली टाइमिंग डिफरेंट होती है, लेकिन रेड लाइट की टाइमिंग सेम होती है. से मैं कहीं से जाता हूँ और रेड लाइट 20 सेकंड की है, तो मेरे को रेड लाइट क्रॉस करने में 3 रेड लाइट लगती है. तो बेसिकली अगर उसी टाइम को अगर वो उस टाइम बढ़ा के 60 कर दे तो वो ट्रैफिक रुकेगा नहीं. तो बेसिकली मेरा कहना है कि इट कुड बी वेरिएबल रेड लाइटिंग, बेसिकली कि अकॉर्डिंग टू नीड ऑफ द पीपल. क्योंकि इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि अननेसेसरली आपको रुकना पड़ रहा है वहां पे, दूसरी तरफ से कोई ट्रैफिक आ नहीं रहा लेकिन आप खड़े हो. तो बेसिकली क्या है कि उससे क्या है कि पोल्यूशन बढ़ रहा है हमारा. तो बेसिकली हमें इंटेलिजेंटली वर्क करना है. इंटेलिजेंटली वर्क बेसिकली ये गवर्नमेंट ही कर सकती है. बेसिकली जो हमारे जो भी लॉज बना रहे हैं, चीजें कर रहे हैं, तो मेरा मानना है कि समटाइम्स इस चीज को अगर हम दिल्ली में देखें तो ये बहुत कॉमन है. आप देखेंगे तो कभी आपने अगर ट्रेवल तो किया ही है दिल्ली में, तो बेसिकली किसी किसी रेड लाइट पे हमें 5-5 मिनट तक रुकना पड़ रहा है, जबकि दूसरी रेड लाइट से कोई ट्रैफिक आ नहीं रहा ज्यादा. तो उसका रीजन क्या है? क्योंकि वो फिक्स रेड लाइट उन्होंने कर दिया कि ये 20 सेकंड की है, लेकिन उसको हम वेरिएबल करें. क्योंकि दिल्ली में क्या होता है कि जनरली 8 to 11 और बेसिक 9 to 11 और इवनिंग में हम कहें तो 6 to 10 इस टाइम पे हेवी ट्रैफिक होता है. और समटाइम्स कई बार एक रोड से जाने वालों का ट्रैफिक ज्यादा होता है, कई बार आने वालों का ट्रैफिक ज्यादा होता है. तो हमें उन टाइमिंग्स के हिसाब से अगर रेड लाइट को हम चेंज करें हालांकि आई थिंक पता नहीं ये कैसे होगा नहीं होगा, लेकिन अगर करें तो इट विल बी गुड ऑप्शन.
I think that's a very valid point, something which needs to be thought about, and a very good point to be put across on the platform. Because here, if anybody who's hearing and if we can find a solution to it, I think nothing like it, because it's something which we actually need to work on. Yes, Shaka, what do you?
I do have few pointers to add here. So we were staying in Mumbai for a few years, and there in the corporates they have a very good culture of carpooling. And when I say carpooling, it is not in the lower or mid management level, but even in the top management level also, many used to carpool. So they would एक दूसरे को लेते हुए एक साथ, whoever is staying in the vicinity or on the route, they can pick them up. And so that's I used to find that a very good way of avoiding pollution, where you are you are able to catch up with your team at the same time on the go, and at the same time you are able to avoid pollution or contribute your bit towards that. And also यहाँ मैंने देखा है ज़्यादातर क्या होता है, सब्जी लेनी है, कुछ एक छोटा मोटा कुछ लेना होता है, वी ऑलवेज टेक कार. सो जैसे मैं अभी आजकल करती हूँ, आई वुड वॉक, because otherwise I would very rarely I get chance to walk or do the exercise bit. So these are my ways of taking care of my health, as well as a very small step towards pollution control at personal level. Because government क्या कर रहे हैं, दूसरे क्या कर रहे हैं, that's not in my control. What I can do is in my control. So छोटी छोटी चीजों के लिए that we take car or we call a cab. I would rather prefer कि जहाँ मैं walkable distance में जगह है, चीजें हैं, काम है, so I would prefer go walking there and get done with the chore. At the same time, exercise का exercise हो गया, my smallest bit around
doing your bit of the as a good Samaritan is absolutely needed. And
many do cycling as well. जिनको cycling करना आता है, they can
I was coming to that only.
Right.
So ये छोटी छोटे steps भी हम अगर personal level पे लेते हैं, so I think together, as they say, drop and drop makes an ocean. So if we take those small steps, we can make a big change, and I think we can inspire other people, our friends, people around us to actually take up this change. Because when I travel abroad and I've been to Denmark and the Scandinavian countries, there people prefer to cycle. There you will find very less cabs, you will not find taxis, and then they're exorbitantly high, because they want people to avoid using cabs. So they use a lot of cycles, they walk a lot, they jog, so it depends on the distance. But yes, and I think हमारे India में भी we've seen a lot of green cycle stands. So government is taking their initiatives, and people are also understanding, because I've seen people actually bike. So these are very good steps, and I think over the time we will take it. And as Dr. Sumit said, कि 20 साल अगर हमने नहीं किया तो we'll be in a very dangerous situation. So I guess हमारे steps तो आ ही गए हैं to take care of pollution, small things that we are doing. So I'm sure we will be able to do it. So it is a very beautiful talk. Yes, anybody would like to add anything before we just wrap up?
No, thank you, Shalini.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining the platform. It was really very informative, and I'm sure we will take it up later and welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shalini.